You should come.
Hi guys, I am going to be watching Thanos on My Mind, aka Murder on My Mind by Black Panther.
But I am back now, and I will tell you what I felt when I was gone. Matter of fact, I will sing it.
Oh, he will sing it.
Ain't get to see Shorty, ain't get to see you a copy. I was snapped away by thanos. Yeah, come on, it's Papi. Ain't get to kiss Nakia, ain't get to hold my mommy. Can't even say that I never freeze. Everybody literally saw me.
True
now
that.
let's get back to the vanished. We blew away like a cannon. I was all alone in the darkness, filled with so much sadness, and I shed more tears than a cloud. All I could see was blackness, but I could see he took my pain away, cause it wasn't all just malice. I just felt bad for Wanda. She lost her future baby father, not one time but two times. He died filled with honor and love for this woman as he fought for Wakanda. I'm singing from a better place. I've been erased. I wake up in the morning, I got thanos on my mind. Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, and Mantis have all been wiped. See, everybody try to hit him. We just bounced off of his hide. I wake up in the morning, I got thanos on my mind. Bitch, I got thanos on my mind. 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 Purple skin all on his body. He committed genocide. He snapped away billions of lives. Got families traumatized. And Hawkeye lost his wife and children. It took him by surprise. He loaded up his bow with arrows, and what a disguise. He went to Mexico and Japan, took hundreds of bad guys. The cartel and Yakuza had to say all their goodbye, but Black Widow came to call him. They took time to reunite, and she jumped into his arms, blood all on his shirt. I wake up in the morning, I got thanos on my mind. Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, and Mantis have all been wiped. See, everybody tried to hit him. We just bounced off of his hide. I wake up in the morning, I got thanos on my mind. Bitch, I got thanos on my mind. 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 I'm like a panther, bitch. I am an animal. I will let you alive. I am a cannibal. Man, play by Angela, standing on camera. How is she 60? Like that you're gonna be the best movie. It's will kill the others like it's Call of Duty. Call of Duty. I'm feeling so good that I'm back to see Nakia's booty. Thanos on my mind. I got thanos on my mind. I got thanos on my mind. Everybody sing along. I wake up in the morning, I got thanos on my mind. Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, and Mantis have open wipes. See, everybody try to hit her, but it's bounced off of his eye. I wake up in the morning, I got thanos on my mind. Bitch, I got thanos on. I am losing breath. I got thanos on my mind. I got thanos on my mind. I got thanos on my mind. Hope you guys enjoyed Black Panther sings Thanos on My Mind, aka Murder on My Mind by YMW Melody. You wanted the full version and I had to deliver, so I had fun making it. I hope you guys liked it. Now, as I stated at the beginning of the video, I have a new single that's out called Wonderful Miracle. And I'm going to play y'all a clip of it right now. But before I do, I want to announce that I'm going to drop the lyric video on this channel in a couple days. And I'm also releasing an EP, drum roll please, next month. So it's going to be lit. Thank you guys for following me on this journey. I've been working so hard trying to get this out. Whole bunch of video game stuff coming. Stay tuned. But without further ado, here's Wonderful Miracle. Love you guys. You should come chill with me back at my place. I'll scoop you up. Yeah. I got that peaceful back where I stay. No need to get traced up. No need. You should come vibe with me back where I'm based. PlayStation back at my place. No need to get dressed up, no. Like I love what up, mommy. Look up, it's so cloudy. I just you come over and you do it so proudly. Baby, so how about we link up and get some Messiah, get full up. Give me a time I can pull up. Anytime, how about sooner? I test you, I'm there like a Uber. You come out the house with a super. I'm eyeing you out to the car like I am a straight trooper, baby. We should get out like Hallelujah, baby. Mix it up with some Kahlua. Right around town on the scooters. Love when we get into all that sound foolery. I know that you hungry. Hit up a jewelry. Love all your jewelry. You were so cute.
That's how this game works. You go left and right, you see how the triangles don't change, and then going up and down, the triangles do change. So what we want to find is the point up and down where the triangles move the fastest. So we're going to see if we can find them moving pretty, another moving pretty slowly. Let's see if we can, well, we solved it.
Yay. Polysphere. Skip ad.
Saiyans are an interesting and important part of the world of Dragon Ball. On top of being immensely powerful, Saiyans are rather particular, with most if not all Saiyans following specific patterns in their biology, behavior, and everything in between. This is to say that there are some things that pretty much every Saiyan does, be it by choice, coincidence, or otherwise. Let's take a look at all the things that Saiyans have in common, shall we?
Okay.
Saiyans have a sort of weird aging process. Even before we knew he was an alien, Goku was shown to stay the same size for over 4 years, finally having the appearance of a teenager when he reached his 20s. While we doubt this was planned ahead of time, it was eventually revealed that Goku, as a Saiyan, ages slower, a biological trait that allows Saiyans to remain at their peak physical prowess for a longer period of time. This means all Saiyans age slowly, and we don't just mean their aging slows down when they reach adulthood. They also take a long time to grow from children to teenagers to adults, a fact that can be seen in Goku appearing to only be in his late 20s or early 30s despite being almost 50, as well as Goten and Trunks still looking like kids. Like we said, this is something that all Saiyans have in common, since they evolved to be powerful warriors, and aging slower would allow them to fight longer, a fact that Vegeta revealed in the epilogue of DBZ. It might not exactly be immortality, but it's close, and we definitely trade being a late bloomer for a few extra decades of looking and feeling so young. Saiyans are notorious for their insane appetites. This is another one that started as a weird element of the original Dragon Ball series, so we can't say it was planned all along, but still, it's well known that all Saiyans love to eat. It makes sense for any powerful warrior to require a ton of calories, but Saiyans are particularly ravenous. Their massive power, strength, and energy output requiring them to put restaurants out of business with how much they can put away in a single sitting. Case in point, during the 25th World Martial Arts Tournament, Goku, Vegeta, and Gohan all stuffed themselves silly before they even fought in a match. Goten and Trunks eating just as much in the junior division. An even better example of a Saiyan appetite came in Dragon Ball Super, when Chi-Chi and Piccolo were seen carrying a massive haul of food in preparation for both her sons and her husband being home for dinner. Additionally, there's the fact that Goku was once shown shopping for horse meat, implying that he and Goten eat so much that Chi-Chi opts to go for the cheap stuff, but that's just our theory. Regardless, there's no denying how much a Saiyan can pack away. There are a lot of Saiyan facts that originated before Saiyans were even introduced into the series. Take Goku's tail. There was never any real reason stated as to why Goku had a tail, but we know it was the reason why he turned into a giant ape monster during the full moon. We also know that Goku's tail was incredibly sensitive, nearly paralyzing him in pain whenever it was grabbed. We eventually learned that this is a weakness that all Saiyans have, though they can train themselves to get over it. However, both because of the sensitivity of their tails and the fact that it's said to be the source of their power, containing the glands needed to transform into a great ape, Saiyan warriors are sure to keep their tails safe and out of harm's way, doing so by wrapping it around their waist like a belt. One of the coolest design choices in the entire franchise. Form and function. Strangely enough, Gohan was never depicted having his tail grabbed, so we don't know if half-breeds have the same weakness as full-blooded Saiyans. Though the fact that Gohan had so much potential because he was half-human might suggest it wasn't as sensitive. While Saiyans are born with a naturally sensitive tail, it's not something that can hinder their power their entire lives. In fact, most Saiyan warriors learn very early how to overcome the overwhelming pain that's caused by having their tail grabbed. By training hard and enduring a ton of pain, an experienced Saiyan warrior can overcome the limits that their tail can cause them. This isn't the only weakness that all Saiyans have the potential to overcome. They also have the ability to control their great ape forms. See, most Saiyans go completely berserk whenever they look at the full moon and turn into a great ape. The form is so powerful and so primal that it causes a Saiyan to lose all sense of themselves, as evidenced by all of Goku and Gohan's transformations. However, when Vegeta broke out his great ape form, something was different. He was still himself, and he could still speak despite being in a form that normally drives a Saiyan berserk. This is because, like with their tail weakness, a Saiyan is able to gain control over their great ape form, given time and proper training. But a berserker great ape is still much more dangerous than a trained one. The more we think about it, Akira Toriyama did a pretty awesome job connecting all of Goku's powers and attributes to his Saiyan heritage. This video is full of examples, but one particularly interesting one is the fact that Goku got stronger with every battle. A notion that one could interpret as that which doesn't kill him only makes him stronger. This was explored further during the Saiyan and Frieza sagas of Dragon Ball Z, since Vegeta explained that when a Saiyan is on the brink of death,
when he almost killed Vegeta.
Following a battle, as long as they survive, they'll gain the strength needed to overcome the power of the opponent that put them in the near-death state to begin with. It's a pretty nifty power that can be seen throughout the entire series, like in the Frieza saga when Goku gained a massive power-up after almost dying and then recovering in the healing chamber. Suffice it to say, a Saiyan's greatest strength is their ability to overcome that which once brought them close to death. And thanks to Senzu Beans, Goku and Vegeta have had quite a few of those kinds of power-ups all throughout the franchise, which is